Hello everyone. Welcome back to Snap Clap and Learn. In our previous sessions, we have studied about the first basic need of life, that is food and its components. In this session, we will learn about the second need, that is clothing. Where do we get the clothes from? We make clothes from fabric. How do we get fabric? Let us learn through this session fiber to fabric. We need food to survive and protect ourselves from diseases. We wear clothes for protection against climate, modesty and beauty. We need a house to live in. The material that we use to make clothes is called fabric. Let us do a quick activity. Things required is a piece of fabric. Any fabric, small fabric also you can take. Take a cloth and try to pull out a thread from it. Next, try to untwist the thread and see. Can you tell me what did you find? You will see that it is made up of smaller threads or hair-like strands. Pull out one of these. This single hair-like strand is called a fiber. Now let us see what is a fiber and from where do we get it. A fiber is a thin hair-like strand from which all fabrics are made. There are two types of fibers, natural fibers and synthetic fibers. Synthetic fibers are man-made or we can say artificial fibers also. Natural fibers. These fibers are obtained from natural sources like plants or animals. Example of these are, from plants we get cotton, jute, flax, coir. From animals we get silk, wool, etc. What are synthetic fibers? Synthetic fibers are man-made using chemicals. We use chemicals and we make synthetic fibers. Examples of synthetic fibers are rayon, nylon, polyester, acrylic, etc. In this session, we will learn about plant fibers. Now we will learn about the most commonly used natural plant fiber, that is cotton. Cotton is cultivated in the cotton fields. In India, cotton is known from 1800 BC. Cultivation of cotton needs warm climate and black clayey soil. Cotton is cultivated almost in every part of India, but large scale it is cultivated in Maharashtra, Gujarat, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu and Madhya Pradesh. Cotton is sown in early spring season. Its plants are about 1 to 2 meter in height. It takes 60 days for flowering. Cotton flower turns into fruits and the fruits of cotton are spherical in shape. They have lemon type shape and size. The fruits of cotton are called cotton bolls. After maturing, the cotton bolls burst open and seeds covered with cotton fiber become visible. The color of cotton fiber is white and it is also called cotton wool. A cotton field looks like a field covered with snow. Let us see the journey of cotton fiber becoming yarn. How do we process cotton? Cotton bolls are picked up by hand from field. After picking up, seeds inside the cotton bolls are separated by combing. The process of combing to separate out seeds from cotton bolls is called ginning of cotton. Ginning was traditionally done manually, but nowadays we use machines also. The machine which is used in combing of cotton is called ginning machine. Gind cotton is compressed in bales. The weight of one bale is up to 200 kg. Cotton bales are then sent to the desired places like in the spinning mills to convert it into yarn. Where all do we use cotton? We use cotton in many things like in making fabrics. In hospitals, sterilized cotton is used as absorbent. In bandage, which is used in hospitals for dressing. As filler in mattress, pillow, quilt, etc. The cottonseed oil, which is edible oil, is obtained from cotton seeds. Coming to our second most used plant fiber, jute. Jute plant is cultivated to obtain jute fiber. Jute is also called as patsan, pat or patua in Hindi. Jute plant is cultivated mainly in the Indian subcontinent in West Bengal, Assam, Bihar, Tripura, Uttar Pradesh and Meghalaya and in African countries. How is jute fiber obtained from jute plant? Jute fiber is obtained from the stem of the jute plant. Jute fiber is cultivated during the rainy season. After cutting of jute plants, it is left for some days in the field. When leaves are dried up, these are immersed in stagnant water. In stagnant water, gummy matter that holds the fibers with its stem is eaten away by bacteria. This process is called retting. In few days, maybe 15 to 20 days, jute stems rot completely. After retting, jute fibers are separated by hand. The fibrous part is dried and tied in bundles and sent to the factories. Jute fibers are long, rough, coarse but not very strong. In factories, this jute fiber is converted into yarn. Where all do we use jute? Jute is also used in many places like jute fiber is used for making gunny sacks, mats, doormats, ropes, etc. Some fine jute fibers are used to make fabric for clothes. As jute fiber is environment friendly in nature, handbags made from it became very popular these days. Nowadays, jute is even used to make many other things like decorative items. Another plant fiber is flax. Like jute, flax fiber is obtained from the stem of flax plant. After cutting of flax plants, these are left for retting. Retting, do you remember? We saw in jute also. So, retting is the process of obtaining fiber from stem of any plant. The same process is done for flax also. Once the stem of flax plants rots completely, flax fibers are separated from it. Separation of fiber from its stem is called scutching. Separated fibers are then tied into bundles and sent to factories for further process. Fibers of flax are soft, shiny and long. Where do we use these flax? Flax fibers are used in making linen and laces. It is used for making fishing lines and nets. Some fine papers like cigarette paper is made from flax fiber. The seeds of flax are used to make linseed oil, which is used for mixing in paints and varnishes. It is also used for making linoleum. What is linoleum? It is a type of flooring. Another plant fiber is coir. Coir is a kind of plant fiber which is obtained from coconut. Coir fiber is used in making ropes, doormat, mattresses, etc. Now let us see how do we get yarn from the fibers. The process of getting yarn is called spinning. The cotton bales are loosened and cleaned. The loosening and cleaning of cotton bales is called carding. Then, cotton fibers are twisted to make yarn. Twisting makes yarn stronger. This process of pulling and twisting of cotton is called spinning. You can also do spinning process at your home. Just take some cotton and twist the fibers along your fingers. You will get a yarn. General example you will be seeing in home, mothers make wick of diyas by cotton. A simple device which was used for spinning the strands by hand is called charkha. Mahatma Gandhi used charkha as a symbol of freedom weapon against Britishers in the struggle for freedom. He encouraged people to wear clothes made of homespun yarn and avoid imported cloth made in the mills of Britain. And another tool is there for spinning which is called tatli. Nowadays spinning is done by machine in the spinning mills. How to convert this yarn obtained by spinning into fabric? There are two methods for this, weaving and knitting. First we will see about weaving. The process of arranging two sets of yarns together to make a fabric is called weaving. The longitudinal threads are called the wrap and the lateral threads are called weft or filling. You can also try the process of weaving at your home by using paper strips. Weaving of fabric is done on looms. Hand loom. A hand-operated loom is called hand loom or by power loom. The loom that is operated by power, that is a machine, is called a power loom. Another method of converting yarn into fabric is knitting. Knitting is also a process to make fabric using yarn. In knitting, a single yarn is used to make a fabric. Knitting consists of consecutive loops called stitches. It is done by using knitting needles. Knitting is also done by hand and also on machine. Socks, sweater, t-shirt, etc. are examples of knitted fabrics. Have you ever pulled a yarn from a knitted fabric like socks? What happens? A single yarn gets pulled out continuously as the fabric gets untangled. Now don't try this on new socks. Let us know something about the history of clothing material. In ancient times, people were not civilized and they used to live in forest without any clothes, that is naked. With the lapse of time, to protect from harsh climate, people started covering their body using bark and big leaves of trees or animal skins and furs. Gradually, they learned to twine grass and fiber of trees and weaved it to make longer piece which they used to cover their waist as modern skirts. They also learned to twine the animal hairs to make robes like outfits. A revolution came after the invention of stitching needle about 50,000 years ago. With the help of stitching needle, people started to stitch the clothes made of bark and leaves of trees and skin of animals which can fit to their body. After learning the agriculture, people started to weave the plant materials by hand to make clothes. People of China and Egypt started to make clothes from cotton. In ancient period, when stitching was not known, people simply draped the fabrics around different parts of their body. Many different ways of draping fabrics were used. Even today, sari, dhoti, lungi or turban is used as an unstitched piece of fabric. Initially, people started to wear clothes to protect their body from harsh climate. Slowly, clothes become the material of fashion along with protection. Today, doors and windows also are decorated with beautiful curtains. Different types of bed sheets, tablecloths, etc. are used to beautify homes. Clothes of different designs are used to cover and beautify our body. Fiber, fabrics and clothes production became one of the biggest industries today. In today's session, we have learnt about fabrics are made up of fiber. There are two types of fibers, natural and man-made. We have studied about natural fibers today. Fibers are pulled and twisted to make yarn. Yarn is used in making of fabrics. There are mainly two methods of making of fabrics using yarn. One is weaving, another is knitting. And in ancient time, people used to cover their body with bark of trees, long leaves of trees, animal skins and animal furs, etc. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share our channel. You know how to subscribe. Let's learn more interesting things in our next session. A new session, a new concept. Animal fibers. Bye.